Greetings, I'm Les.
And I am Scandal.
And let's grow a garden together.
God, I just keep wanting to go, let's play a game together.
Let's, caretake for our new friend together.
Yay! And
All right.
make assumptions, which also we might be doing as well, for sure.
We are making assumptions. We're making assumptions based on the cues of the text and what we can interpret.
Hey! And also based off of our own personal experiences, too.
It is.
So,
we're going to build a balcony, though, because
let's build a
for
balcony
some reason,
together.
That conversation with Luke seems to be done for whatever way that was.
You were going to let a kid play up there? God. I mean, not up there specifically. You should know that kids just do whatever they want.
If the space exists, they'll get up there.
Not entirely accurate at all,
No,
especially if
not.
Actually you are heavily communicative with a child. So the one thing I hate about child rearing that's always bugged me is people treat children like they're idiots. Like genuinely,
child rearing.
Like it also going like, you're a child. You will never be able to understand any of the words that I'm using, and I will never spend time to try to explain things to you. And then I will whine and complain when my boss doesn't spend time to explain anything to me, as if like I should already have that information. How should I know? I was never told. And then you look at your child and go, why are you asking questions, child? Sorry. Like I hate that.
So I have always been one of those babysitters, and I've done a lot of babysitting / like childcare and stuff in my life, not like major professionally, but just for like a lot of volunteer and a lot of like helping people out that my family knew and things.
Right.
And there's this really strong experience of people going, wow, you're so patient with the kids. Wow, you answer so many questions. Wow, you can really just sit there and do that. Even one person who was, had more specific beliefs than I was going, you have the patience of Job. And one, I believe it's easier to have patience I believe it's easier to have patience with people that you're not around all the time. So It is easier sometimes for like a childcare worker or an outside party to have patience with, someone in your family than yourself, even if it's not your kid. The same way that you could take somebody aside that you're not usually in a group with, or back to like the Easter special going, if I talk to someone who's not involved in this, it can help me cool down.
Right.
And it's easier to tell them because I don't have the same emotional weight. They're not going to press the same buttons.
Right.
But I get frustrated all the time where people just don't have patience for kids. And I've said that most of that's a sore spot for me because no one had patience for me when I was a kid. And all I wanted to do was understand. And I might have been an obnoxious, crazy person. I don't know. To me, I sounded reasonable. And I really was one of those kids where everyone's like, oh, you're one of the good girls. You're just boring and don't do anything. It's like I really never got into anything as a kid. Like the most stuff that I got up to as a kid was an experience of like walking my dog for 4 or 5 hours.
Right.
And my mom would be like, oh my God, but we lived in low income, like edge of the neighborhood kind of thing. So I'd just walk out into nowhere with my dog for 4 or 5 hours.
You're like, that's fine. And I'd be like, wow, that was not my experience. Like, damn.
And, but like, again, like you can't do paid. So we didn't have the money to do paid stuff. And I just was like, nature is my bag. It's fine. But like, that was my delinquent behavior, was coming home an hour after dark with my dog. So I felt like I was a reasonable child, but all I was trying to do was be a reasonable child. But I just dislike when people give up on each other. Whether you're adult or a child, just have patience and communicate.
Man, I remember, I'm like, you did that stuff, and it was normal-ish, I guess, in that sense. And I'm just like also going, it's probably pretty normal in my experience too, where it was just like, let's go out in the back and then go across. So we had 5 acres when I was growing up as a kid on one particular house that I remember. And then also there was a farm that was behind us, and then that farm was actually behind a forest. Right. So we'd go through the forest after we went through our entire acreage.
The river and through the
and then we would go chase the cows in there.
Oh, God.
In there.
Okay.
Just kids, huh?
Wow.
Lily, can you shove him into a puddle for me?
Have to find a puddle first. Let me take him over to my goldfish pond and, what was it, Mr. Bubbles or whatever was the little goldfish?
Oh, I think so, yeah.
We'll shove him in there. We'll shove him in my decorative pool.
Yep, just not on the fish.
Right, just not on the fish. Mr. Bubbles is fast. He can get out of the way.
Yep.
I'll do my best.
Can I choose the design for the balcony? Hang on.
I thought you were going to choose the design for the puddle, my dude.
I actually was waiting for that, too. I was like,
Can I choose the design for the puddle? Can I choose the puddle you throw me into?
The puddle design.
I got to pick it. She's like, really? You're not paying me?
You do know that this is your house, right?
She's like, if you're buying all the wood and I'm just here helping. Man, she is super generous. Like, how do you make a living, my dear? And then he doesn't get to choose it. We get to choose it. Like, this really was a fake. Okay, what can he actually do the same work on? Like, none of that has as much room as the other one, does it?
Nope. The only one I think that has the most room is going to be that one.
I say, yeah, because this one, the railing gets in the way quite a bit.
And it's the side bit. So the middle one, I think has the most.
I think, honestly, like, because the square one, it comes out so far that it's almost like it's smaller, but it's hard to, because the way it boxes in, it's like a little bit less floor space than that. All right, we'll try that one.
Sure.
None of them really fit with the house itself. though.
Nope.
Like they got completely different colors.
Ah, yes. What's Luke's aesthetic? Well,
Also going, this one has mismatched.
not bunny ears.
Like this is the only one that has tiles that match the house.
Mhm.
So if you're actually going for like a roof plan that makes sense, it's that one.
Right.
Because this one's got the terracotta, and this one's got like concrete or something.
Oh, didn't we change the roof though ourselves so we could go back and change it if we wanted to?
Maybe. All right, well let's just go with this one then.
Yeah, I just
Done.
like more room.
All right.
Jeez, Regina, that looks great. Thanks.
Yeah, no, you don't get to choose the design. I did it. It's fine.
Oh, you know me. I'm just a simple carpenter, plying my trade.
She's so humble. She's adorable.
What's next on the list?
Bye.
The other roof.
Yeah, probably.
The other sheet
The
metal.
garage, by the way.
Place is really shaping up. Thanks, you two.
All in a day's work, you know?
And all money I don't have because
we can just buy things and make things, and I can't believe you welded those cactuses together in like 5 minutes after we replaced an entire fence today and moved all your junk, and she built an entire balcony. There are a lot of hours in this day, my dude.
I'm also just like, didn't we just do the greenhouse too? Like, we're still...
That was yesterday.
That was yesterday? Okay. I'm still like, why aren't we talking about... Okay, it's fine. I'm just having an experience going.
We're still having this weight of, Lily, you have not paid Regina nor talked to her about your financial troubles, and this is not the kind of plot point that I go, oh, it'll get solved. I go, this is anxiety every episode. All in a day's work.
Hey, I got an idea. That new balcony looks real sturdy. You guys want to go up there and celebrate a little?
Only if it doesn't cost any money,
Honestly,
because
in
I am
some ways,
flat broke.
So what's kind of also bothering me, and I will say bothering not in sort of like a shamey kind of way, just like what makes me anxious, is Luke seems very much like he's trying to aggressively run away from his problems, and in some way, I hate to say this, I don't think he actually wanted to ever really be a parent or be a partner. He's sort of just like, I want to be an eternity of like, let's just date, which is an unfortunate stereotype with a lot of male characters, but I also think is a stereotype that's associated with a lot of real life men. Of just going like, you don't want to really grow up or basically learn how to communicate better, whatever growing up might look like. You don't want to take on responsibility and be an equal partner. You want to usually either like just party or control everything.
See, and I don't know that I'm having that experience with him for me, but I can see where you might interpret it that way.
Right.
For me, it's more of an experience of looking at him and going, he's so distressed that I can't tell who he is at all.
That's fair.
Like, we know him so little, and he's been really basically hyper anxious and like eager to get away from stress the whole time, that this could be a poor representation of him. On the other hand, if this is representative of how he always handles his stress, then whenever his relationship got stressful and he ran away from it, well, let's always divert, let's always do something else, let's never address the problem. You're stressed out, hey, let's go party, let's go relieve that stress, not figure out where the stress is coming from.
Right.
Let's just get away from it.
And there's nothing necessarily wrong with going and being like, hey, let's divert and do something with stress, but continually doing so, starting to rely on it basically as a crutch, not as like a very healthily, like controlled coping mechanism, because your coping mechanisms can literally become a dependence. Like you literally cannot function without them.
They becomes this sort of like aggressive cycle where if you don't identify what's stressing you out, then you always keep doing what's stressing you out and are never able to change it, and you always keep coping, and you know, the stress always keeps driving you to the coping, etc.
Yeah.
And also, you know, you then want the coping, and so you then need to justify it by being stressed out. It can do a lot of things.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I read him potentially a little bit differently, but I feel like we don't know him at all.
Well, and that's my problem too. I'm like, I'm grasping at straws here, but we also really don't know Regina. Let's be perfectly goddamn frank. We really don't know a lot of these people here, and I'm kind of uncomfortable actually sometimes. So maybe it's just me and the way that I do friends, but I really just like, I'm not very good at necessarily opening up to a lot of people, and it makes me anxious. So try to open. So you keep making giggly faces at me.
It's okay. I'm sorry.
It's fine.
I have worked very hard to friend my friend, and it's been a really positive
my God,
experience.
it took 2 years
For us to really start friending. It
Oh,
was
like,
amazing.
so they met me, like, so she actually met me at my job. So I was working at McDonald's at the time, it was like in the middle of like my first year or something like that, and you showed up, and it took like 2 years from that point
To really
for us
start
to
hanging
really
out.
actually hang out.
It was email before that.
And it was sort of like weird conversations, and I was like going, I don't.
And I just went, this person, they are friend-shaped. I will get to know them.
Hello, friend-shaped! And I went, hi.
Am I friend-shaped? Excuse you.
Yeah.
Anyway, celebrate what?
I don't know. Progress on your garden? Progress on my place. Regina Bilden said balcony.
The greenhouse I can't afford. Ha.
I'm down.
I'm like, where, Regina, where does your husband exist? Seems like we dropped that plot point completely.
Uh-huh.
Like for the first 4 days we knew her, she was like, going home to hubby, love my hubby, go see my hubby. Now she's not mentioned him since, except for throwing husbands down a well. I'm like, are we having a subtle side story with Regina where it's like, I love my hubby. Now I want to throw all hubbies down a well. Now I'm just never going to mention my hubby ever. Like, did things go south for you, my dear? Like, and then you're going to be fine because you're going to work it out and it'll be great. But like, are we having very soft, thoughtful context of building Regina as a complex character, or did you just drop the story?
I think
Anyway,
we kind of just dropped the story.
I'm down. Sure, we don't have much daylight left anyway, because we've used up our
Our
percentage
stars.
of day.
Yeah, it's true.
Balcony celebration. You got to pay for it. Pay for that celebration. Do it.
Yes.
You do. Actually.
According to this society, you
I
bet.
love the three of us just fitting up there. They had to like they're just barely fitting there.
Imagine if we picked the smaller one.
Oh God, that'd be hilarious. I kind of want to change it to something else, but have them stand up there. It's nice up here. No wonder you're up here most nights, because
Somehow the literal change of perspective never translated to a metaphorical one.
hey,
Hey!
that's kind of charming.
That's a level of self-awareness.
That is.
Not until you came around and yelled at me, anyway.
Huh.
I like this story, especially the part where Lily yells at you.
Regina, you've always got my back.
It's true. Yeah, I'm extremely good at getting yelled at by women.
Oh.
Honestly, that's not a good thing.
That's not a good thing. That's also a rough way to say it. That's a little bit of a like, I'm so put upon, but it's also kind of a stab at women.
Yeah, also,
Yeah.
all women do around me apparently is just yell at me, and these are supposed to be cute, and we're supposed to really like the fact that
I
men get yelled
inspire
at.
women to yell at me. Yeah,
That's not good.
not cool.
Hey, how about a toast to new beginnings?
And he summons a coffee cup out of nowhere. Poof! I pulled it out of my back pocket. Wow, good job. Poof! You know what? We'll just summon coffee cups to join you. Poof!
Excellente!
To new beginnings. What are we drinking? It must be like coffee.
It must be like
Right?
my mug where it says, shh, there's wine in here, and then all I have is like tea.
Tea. I love the mug with shh, there's wine in here. And we're literally drinking like the crystal
cocoa.
light flavoring that you pour
Yes!
into water or hot cocoa. Yeah, because I should say, shh, this drink is more fun than you.
Right?
All right, to new beginnings.
Hey, what's that part of the property over there, Lily?
Oh God, what are we gonna see now?
We're gonna release something.
Dun 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 dun. We couldn't see it from down there. Oh, that's where Aunt Mary and Uncle Arthur would have parties. She said. I don't know what kind of parties. I never asked, but given the paintings and the sculptures, could have been some
Wow, you
impressive
guys
parties.
had some money. I really gotta say, you specifically had a studio area. You had 2 garden areas, like with a pond on one of them.
Uh-huh.
You had, my God, you had a park.
You had
area.
like your promenade area, your walking area.
Yeah, I'm dying.
this is huge.
This is enormous.
Aye.
I do love a party.
Well, I'm like, also, is this like a like bread oven or something kind of thing? Like,
Yeah, it could be like that looks like
like a
basically
bar
an
and
outdoor
grill kind of thing, like your outdoor like stone
Uh-huh,
grill, like
that could be
yeah.
great.
Like
Yeah, 'cause
could
you have
cook
your
pizza
table.
in there. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And then this is what, a theater?
Looks like it.
That's where the swing happens. Oh.
Uh-huh.
Shh.
Okay, kids. Yeah, because there's a piano up there.
Oh, it's a
Yeah.
stage.
It is a stage.
We did outdoor theater at our parties. We
Yeah,
were
so I was like,
very
they have
fancy.
some super
Like,
amounts of
damn.
money. Like, damn.
All right.
Okay, kids, time to get back to the old ball and chain.
Does that mean that we're gonna have her grandpa up here playing the piano at some point because he plays the piano?
Oh, he might.
Ah. All right.
Also, I'm like, I
Also,
hate
and
that
here's
phrase.
here's the reference now to her husband, which is less affectionate than when we first started.
It
Again,
is.
Are you telling this story with her? All right, old ball and chain. Here we go.
I'm like, I don't like.
Are we ever gonna get to meet this? Yes.
Yes!
Thank you, husband of yours. I want to do husband in quotes. This husband of yours. Like, do you even have a husband?
You're not missing much. See you later.
Oh,
that's terrible.
That's terrible.
That's-
Honestly, without the right context of going, basically, I want him all to myself. This is a kind of like a aha. Without having voice to that, you can't do
No.
anything with it. You're
That's-
not missing much. Going, did you just call your husband not much?
The thing is sometimes I'm not kidding. Like for me at least, I'm like, my God, it appears to me like heterosexuals have the worst culture ever because they all hate each other and talk about how their wives are demons and oh my God, this thing and that. I'm like, I've never
And it's
liked
all,
it.
casual jab. Ah, yes, the old shrew, affectionately, but you're saying something mean.
You really
So
are.
you are attaching it to something mean. I don't know. Anyway, I want people and their partners to be successful and happy. Like whatever kind of partnering you have, I want people to be happy.
Uh-huh.
What
Ugh.
about you? Need me to come over tomorrow? Lily, are you dodging your problems now? You have a lot of damn work to do.
You have so much work to do. I might. If you want to pop over in the morning, I should know by then.
Cause I'm dodging my problems.
Yep. But definitely let me know if you're gonna have a party over there. I'll bring the hot dogs.
I would have to fix it up to have a party over there. A lot of fixing up. And he's just off on the banjo.
Yep.
Okay, can we change the balcony while he's sitting on it? I need to know.
Oh, we can.
Poof, poof, poof. That's
Up,
hilarious.
foot through one.
Whoa, we just stabbed his foot, my dude.
Yep.
Also, like, can we change the roof? We cannot. We didn't get to choose the roof. She just repaired it.
Oh, that's true. We couldn't. Yeah.
Your foot is fixed into the balcony forever now, dude.
It's okay.
You're gonna need help removing your foot from the balcony.
That's gonna be Luke's life. It's fine.
Wow. All right. Well, do you want to start the next day and then we'll go from there?
Yeah, sure. Let's do that.
All right. Let's do it. Start a new day. It's a whole new day.
It wears me out.
You get gifts. So many gifts. All right. I said do it. So we have to do it twice.
No, you didn't do it at all. It popped up with the thing.
Oh,
in
when I
between.
opened it. All right. The sun sets really fast around here, my dude.
Good night,
Yes,
never.
right. Good night. Oh, good night, flowers. Good night, bees. Bees. Good night, downloading for 900 years. You know what? We've decided we're just going to end here because this is going to be a big thing. So, if you like what we do, please like, comment, subscribe. If you think anyone else would be interested in our series, please feel free to share it. Additionally, we hang out on Twitter and Tumblr and things like that. Instagram, you can check us out there. We are not super active, but we're not talking to anyone, so it has to all come from us.
Aha!
In the meantime...
I have been Scandal, and if you want to support us more directly, please also feel free to go check out our Ko-Fi and our Patreon.
And I have been Lies. And it was great playing with you.
Bye!